My name is Clayton Thomas. I am also known as the best moderator to ever do it. Ladies and gentlemen, what is about to happen today is we came here to see the original. We came here to celebrate the anniversary of 25 years of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Make some noise right now. Nice. So, just so you know how we do it, guys, a part of me being the best moderator ever is a part of knowing the fact that I am you guys. I am just as big of a fan as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers as you guys are. So being with that said, this is how we do things. I probably have about 3 questions overall, and I want to make time for everybody in the audience who has a question to be able to ask their question. Sound good? So, here are the rules. I only got a couple rules. Number 1, if you have a question for the Rangers, do me a favor and ask that particular Ranger nothing that everybody has to answer so we can get to as many people as possible. Sound cool? Also, we're going to ask them to morph at the end, so don't do it in the middle. Third thing, if you have a question, don't make it a 2-part question so we can get to as many people as possible. Cool? All right. Beyond that, when we come to you guys, this is a family. As we know, Power Rangers has changed a lot of our lives. This is a family. So when somebody comes up to the microphone and has a question, I want you guys to say your name, say where you from. And when they say where we from, everybody scream for them. Cool? We're going to try it. Let's do it one time to see if y'all get what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, hey, my name's Clayton, and I'm from Detroit. I like that. Cool. Coming to the stage right now, I want to get this thing started. I don't want to waste any more time. First of all, I want to start with a few of our producers. First of all, Danny Wayne. I want to give it up for Scott Page Pactor. Make some noise. There he is, one of the producers of the Power Rangers, y'all. Keep it going for him. Danny Wayne, yes, you missed the applause, Danny, but come on in, come get that. Also, she is one of my favorite Yellow Rangers of all. First of all, you're ruining everything. You ruined it all. You ruined it all. Ladies and gentlemen, my very good friend, the amazing Red Ranger, the incredible Zeo Blue Ranger, Steve Cardenas. Have a seat. Y'all sit down that way. Come down that way. One of my favorite Yellow Rangers of all time. Ladies and gentlemen, start clapping your hands right now. Give it up for Karen Ashley. Keep it going for her. Make some noise for Karen Ashley. Ladies and gentlemen, she did amazing locations for the show. Brianne Bros, you make some noise for her. Come on down, come up here. All right. Now, you might know her as the evil cat lady. You might have also seen her transition into being an incredible Pink Ranger for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and Zeo. And damn it, I need y'all to start clapping right now. Give it up for Catherine Sutherland. All right. Get on in here. Miss, have an amazing week next Saturday coming up on Ninja Steel. Now, I'm trying my best, guys, not to get teary-eyed with what I'm about to do, because I'm about to bring somebody up that when he died in the movie for a second, we all cried, and if you did not cry, you have no soul, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, our only Zordon. Make some noise for David Felden. Make noise. Get on in here.
I'm going to film everybody. Say hello when I go past you. Oh. Whee! Hello, everybody.
Okay. You guys look beautiful.
So let's do a wave. Let's do a wave.
Do a wave? Let's start it over there.
Okay,
We're gonna start it at the end. Green Ranger shirt. Stand up. You starting it.
1, 2, 3. Let's do it. Woo!
Start it.
Oh!
Nicely done.
Nice.
I love it.
Nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Send me that video.
I would be remiss if I didn't announce the original Black Ranger, Walter Emmanuel Jones. So, as I promised you guys, I need you guys, whoever has a question, to start lining up. I think the microphone is over there. Get your line, get your questions. Remember the rules. No two-parters, no questions that everybody has to answer. And make sure, you know what? This is a con that is incredible for Power Ranger fans because we don't have to share the Power Rangers with every other convention like we have before. I want you guys to know something. All of these people have booths. They are selling their merchandise and they're meeting you guys. If you could do me a favor, because they can't say it, so I'm going to say it. When you come to their booth, if you ain't buying nothing, say what's up.
Yeah.
Come give the hello. It's always great to talk to you, but make sure you support them by buying one of their prints and other items that they have. Can we get a clap on that? Cool.
Hugs are free.
Huh?
Hugs are free.
Hugs are free.
Hugs are free.
Hugs are free, but them prints are not. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen. I want to start, now remember the rules. How you doing, man? What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Patrick Ruth Jr. from Nashville, Tennessee.
Nashville. What's your question, buddy? Who's it for?
Walter, I heard that Doomsday Part 2 was supposed to be like the finale. What was going through your mind at that point?
Doomsday Part 2 final finale, what was going through my mind?
That's that episode you were in.
That was one of them.
It sounds like, oh God, it's Doomsday.
Every
I don't
day
know.
was Doomsday.
You know, that was the finale for the second season?
Zordon had said, Rita's defeated, you guys don't have to be Rangers anymore, and you guys said, no, we're staying on.
We're staying on, yeah. Well, you know what? Anytime they tell us that it's time to quit, we say no. We ain't stopping. We're still here. We're here to stay. We're gonna make it happen. So I'm sure as Zach, that's what I was thinking. Nah, we ain't going out like that, Zordon. Let's go.
Thank you so much.
How do you say no, we good on being Power Rangers after that? Like, you've saved the world, you got secret identities. Anybody about to get it up to go back to math class? What's up, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
Hey, I'm JR from North Carolina.
North Carolina!
Just want to say I've been a fan since day one. Love you all. This is for Walter Jones. At next Power Morphicon, what is the possibility we could get a hip-hop keto panel?
Oh, yeah.
You know, I think that's a good idea. I think we should. Y'all think it would be a good idea to do a hip-hop keto panel? I mean, like, y'all ready to learn some hip-hop keto up in this piece? What? I don't know. You know what? I think it would be a lot of fun to do something like that. It would be somewhat physically challenging. But, you know, if you guys are down for something like that, I'll be down to teach it. You know what I'm saying? Like, give you a little hip-hop. I think I'll be like this. You know what we need? We need funkier music. You know what I'm saying? We'll break it down.
What we're going to need is a bigger insurance policy.
Exactly. We got to have that.
How you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
How's it going, guys? Richie from New York.
New York!
East Coast. Got a question. So the last panel, Beast Morphers, was just introduced to everyone. So for the past 25 years, as the original team, what's one thing that you guys consider to be like the most consistent thing for Power Rangers for the past 25 years?
They're so pretty, right? All Power Rangers are pretty. They're all pretty. They're all pretty people. No, one thing I would say that's consistent is that every Power Ranger I've ever met has always been a really nice, cool person that loves meeting their fans, and I think that runs all the way through. You guys know everybody's happy to see you, and that's a beautiful thing. We're very honored to have you guys as fans, and you guys, I mean, you guys kept it alive 25 years. We all
I know,
left the
look
show
at this. Look at this
some
crowd
point.
right now.
Yeah.
Like, this is amazing.
We all left the show,
Crazy.
but you never left it. So if anything's consistent, you're consistent, and everybody's nice.
I think Power Rangers is always multiracial. I love that there's always someone connects to, that they can relate to, and I love that. And I feel like that's been a theme since the show started.
And the other consistent thing is like the monsters always get big.
Yeah.
And then the Zord comes and it gets big, and then they knock over the monster and he explodes. In every episode.
We need like
And
Billy or somebody
everything's
to
all done
figure
before
that
sundown
out,
too.
so they
You know.
can't grow anymore. Like we never figured that out.
Gotta make sure we get home for our curfew. You know.
I was going to add that the one consistent thing is we will catch the evil guy, and tomorrow will be a better day, a new day, all that stuff. No, but seriously, bullies die, the good people win. Yes. But seriously, it's so nice that consistently it's always shown to be kind and not be a bully.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think one of the most consistent things about Power Rangers that I'm really proud of is the fact that we stand for something positive. We stand for something that inspires young people to want to be more, and that's the one thing about Power Rangers I love. So like, you guys saw that the dark version of the Power Rangers on the internet, right? Did you guys see that? It was dark. It was like it was good. It was interesting, but it wasn't Power Rangers. It wasn't what you guys grew up with. It wasn't inspirational, and I think that's the one thing that's been consistent about this series. In 25 years, we have encouraged young people to be the best that they can be, and you guys are perfect examples of that. And I'm happy about that. It makes me happy.
And to echo what Karen said, none of this would be possible without you guys on the other side over here. So honestly, from everyone on this side of the table, a huge shout out to all of you guys for keeping this going for 25 years.
That's real. I mean, you know what? I enjoyed the YouTube version of Power Rangers, except the fact that they had Zach doing cocaine. I'm like, come on, fam. That's not Zach at all.
That was so edgy.
It was so edgy. I'm like, anyway. First, I have a question before we move on to you with the amazing Red Ranger shirt. David Fielding, man, first of all, you are everybody in this room's daddy. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, thanks. It's no pressure. No pressure at all.
You are the father.
Man, how did you feel? I always heard you tell the story that when you came in to do Zordon, it was the facial acting that day, and you went on to do voiceover.
Correct.
How was that process, not knowing what this was going to become, and then it blew up? How was that for you?
Well, I mean, it was bittersweet because they ended up only filming the character one time and then recycling it over and over. I remember getting the phone call saying, "Congratulations, the show's been picked up. The series has been picked up," and I'm like, "Great. When do I show up to set?" And they're like, "Oh, well, we just need your voice from now on." And I feel like I missed out not being able to be on set and to get to know the characters and the actors as much, but coming back after 23, 22 years, and then these guys welcoming me with open arms was just fantastic. So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scott, my man Scott, producer of the Power Rangers.
Hey.
Let me ask you this, Scott. When you came, first of all, how many seasons were you on as far as producer standpoint?
I did 10 seasons. I started getting the producer credit on the second or third, I don't remember. But I was directing voices from the beginning.
Yes.
So what for you was one of your favorite moments? Being a part of the show for 10 seasons, which is more than a lot of us can even say as fans. What was your favorite moment?
My favorite moments were always working with these knuckleheads in the studio. In the studio with us was always a sanctuary for people because you got to get away from the madness on the set and come in and just play around and be silly. Because that's one of the things I was going to say that's consistent from every season was that me or someone like me had to teach all these guys how to go, ooh, ah, yeah. And you'll probably notice on some of the seasons we had people saying their own names, and like at Nakia when she was fighting, it was always Nakia. and I had Sean Johnson doing different stuff, so we always tried to throw fun stuff in there. But it's mostly fun being in the studio. I don't know if you guys remember Rito Repulso. The guy who did the voice for him was a great friend of ours, and we would laugh so hard, and here he's playing this really mean character, and we're just cracking up the whole time, and Danny's in the costume. So it was good fun. Mostly, so my fun was always being in the studio with these guys.
I love it.
Yeah, he held our hands through hours and hours of ADR.
Yes.
If we haven't thanked you, thank you.
Thank
you for that.
Thank you.
And Scott probably has more blackmail tape on everyone
Yes.
here behind the table than anybody.
He's got the dark files of the Rangers.
The dirty version.
Yeah, I have the nasty. We didn't do it this
Yeah.
year, but we have the dirty version of the stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's good stuff.
Next time.
Hello, my name is Manny. I'm from California.
California! Wait, Manny. Look, I don't think y'all giving that enough energy. We're in California. Go ahead, Manny.
Okay. This question is actually for Steve. What was the... Yeah, Steve Kirby.
You're the only Steve on the panel.
He's been kicked in the head a few times.
What was... Okay. How was it filming Rocky Just Want to Have Fun?
Oh.
No, I gotta tell you. So the thing is, like, I got hired because I was a martial artist. They didn't hire me for my acting, that's for sure. They had to give me an acting coach. Remember, Paul Schreier was my acting coach for a long time. Bolt was my acting coach, so he was like a bully on camera. They're not gonna be like, okay, so what you want to do? You want to say it like this, do the line like this, make sure you make your face go like this. So when I first got on the show, I was like no acting at all. So to try to act as goofy as I had to act in that episode was like really out of my comfort zone. And every time I still go back and watch that episode, I'm like, really hard to watch. I cringe a lot. It's like so bad.
You did
in
well.
my opinion. Huh? Oh,
You
thank you.
did
I
well.
appreciate that, but no.
Thank
Thank you. But yeah, that's a good question. I was like, it wasn't until I started doing Zio where I actually felt a little bit more comfortable in my skin in front of the camera that way.
Remember when you were a plant? Remember that one?
I remember when I was a plant. Yeah.
Best
I had,
performance
like,
ever.
Twigs sticking out of my ears and my skin was all green. Yeah, that was pretty fun. Yeah, I was like,
Nice
hey, nice
leaves,
leaves.
yeah.
You got nice stems too. Yeah, that was
That's
fun.
perfect for you,
Yeah.
actually.
Improvise that one.
That was pretty
You guys are all awesome.
Yes.
Thank you so much, man. He said you guys are all awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
Hey, buddy, how you doing? What's your name? What's your question?
I'm pretty good. My name's Arturo, and my hometown is, I'm an Army brat because my dad was in the Army, so I lived around many places.
Give it up for the Army!
Yeah. Well, my question is for Steve. I want to know, what was it like, what were you thinking when you were told you were no longer going to be the Red Ranger, we're going to be the Blue Ranger, especially for Zio?
Well, I mean, quite honestly, I was just happy that, we still had a job, They didn't bring anybody new in. I'm like, all right, let's keep the party going. I'm fine with that. No, I mean, I already knew, that the Red Ranger in the Japanese footage of O-Rangers was the leader. So, there was no question that Tommy was going to become the Red Ranger. So I just, it was just part of what it was. It was, I didn't think one way or another about it, to be honest. But I just loved that they had changed the set, They made the command center look a lot better, so I was kind of excited about that. Excited for a new uniform, that wasn't shared by anybody else, which is kind of cool. So, yeah. Well, because, I don't know if you guys know or not, but the wardrobe people, they just gave me Austin's old suit, and instead of forming it to fit me, they made a muscle suit for me to wear underneath it.
I had tweezed it.
So I had to wear like a muscle suit. So anytime you see me on the show, like I'm in a like huge because I have this muscle suit. I know, right? It's like let's just make him a muscle suit instead of like fitting him into the one that's
We literally stepped into their shoes, literally.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You rock the blue.
Nice.
Yeah, I like the blue a lot for sure. Yeah,
How you doing,
Zio was
bud?
my favorite season to work on actually.
Good day, everybody. My name's Lenny. I'm from somewhere in California. Now, I'm going to just say something about superheroes, okay? There's a lot of superheroes nowadays, but I just want to say you guys were my first superheroes that ever came in my life. And I think a lot of other people in here as well, too. And I got a question. We got 4 Rangers in here. My question is, if you could team up with any superhero, who would it be?
Who's that specific question for, brother?
Superman for me.
Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
Wakanda forever.
Yeah, Wonder Woman for me. I love Wonder Woman.
Walter?
You kind of look like Wonder Woman right now, Kat.
Huh? Yeah, I'm channeling her. Did she do that?
Yes.
Walter, who you got?
I got to go with Superman as well, man. I've always wanted to fly. I just like, can we go flying, man? Can we just go flying around the world? That'd be
Okay,
dope.
thanks. Again.
Yeah. Wait, I was gonna say, because I was Circuit, who was sort of like the little flying ranger, if you will. If I was to do it, I would do it with Superman as well, because dude can fly. But I'd probably team up with that and Wonder Woman.
I know a good team up for your little circuit. I know what would be a good one. R2 and C3PO.
Oh, yeah. There you go. There you go.
Cool.
That was a solid question. Don't nobody else get slick. Y'all know the rules. All right. What's up, brother? What's your name? Where you from?
Okay, my name is Edgar Bravo, and I'm from Pomona.
Pomona!
This is my question for Catherine, and my question is, how you feel to be back in Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel?
Oh, yeah, it's a huge honor. I was very excited. It was really fun to meet the new cast, although I felt very old. Could be their mother. But anyway, it was really fun, and I think you guys will be happy with what they've come up with. They answer a lot of questions that I think you guys have had all these years.
Ooh, I'm intrigued.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you.
I love it. Thank you, buddy. Karen, allow me to ask you this.
Yeah.
So, I can say that I'm also guilty of this, but you meet a lot of your male fans, and
do.
a lot of them have crushes on you. Hey, how you doing, pretty girl?
Yeah.
So how many would you say on a regular weekend guys will come up like, oh my God, you're the best, and I got to tell you, I had a crush on you since I was a little boy.
Right. Every weekend that happens. Look, there, Lenny's there. Lenny told me.
He's a regular.
You definitely don't want to be alone with that guy.
Every year that he went black and he ain't went back. Yeah. No, it's such an honor. Like, to think that, you know, they were growing up and they were like, I like the Yellow Ranger, you know, because Yellow was sassy and Yellow, you know, she wasn't the girl next door. So that's pretty awesome. They wanted the girl that was outspoken and sassy, and that just, you know, guys who would love a woman like that, that means they're man enough to love a real woman. You know what I'm saying?
That is a fact. I love that.
My only problem is they say you were my crush. I'm like, were? Like, what happened? I'm still here. Like, no past tense, you know?
Hey, I shot my shot with my wife next to me. Hey, how you doing, buddy? What's your name? Where you from?
Hi, everyone. My name is Jay Hawkins. My hometown is Detroit, Michigan.
Detroit, baby! Yeah!
Detroit in the hell?
My question is for Steve. Being a person who has been watching Power Rangers for 25 years and owning a helmet myself, when I put that helmet on, there's like this feeling of when the explosions go off and you guys morph, that rush, that electricity that goes through me.
Wow.
What do you quantify that feeling, especially being a Legacy Ranger and being in the new episodes? What does that feel like when you put that helmet on? Can you feel everybody in this room and the responsibility that you have to all of us?
I think you just said it right there. It's a responsibility. Even when I took over, I knew I had big shoes to fill when I replaced the first Red Ranger. You know what I mean? So all you can do really is just hope that people are going to embrace what you have. And that's really all you can do. So but I put the helmet on, and it's definitely empowering for sure.
Cool. Thank you.
It's kind of like eating a York peppermint patty.
Right?
Well, okay, first of all, green shirt. I love your shirt. I want to give a huge shout out to Miss Jackie Page, one of our writers for the Power Rangers. Make some noise.
Sorry for being late. Sorry for being late. I suck.
Is it on? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Sorry for being late. I was writing some stuff.
I cannot believe you showed up late. That is a black thing. Ladies and gentlemen. It's not a stereotype. Walter was the last person to show up. How you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Aaron. I'm from San Jose, California.
San
Jose! This question goes to Steve, a.k.a. Rocky. How psyched are you next Tuesday for the 25th anniversary episode, which I'm getting psyched for? I'm getting my fanboy on.
Are we? Has it been announced?
No.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think it's going to be cool. I can't wait to see.
Steve.
I can't wait to see who's going to be coming out in that episode. I'm excited. It's going to be off the meat rack, off the hook.
Cool. Thank you, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Hold tight there 1 second. Got the hell of Jackie.
Abort mission, Steve.
So, Jackie, favorite episode that you wrote? Give it to me.
Oh, no, I can't even. I really liked that one, Fighting Spirit, that I did with Jason Frank, where he fought all his other incarnations of Green Ranger. But I like so many of the episodes. I like the small personal episodes and the big finales and the intros and stuff. So it's really hard for me to pick them.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is what you call when you've written a lot of episodes.
I can't remember.
Oh, I love them. I love them all. The checks all cash the same. And how you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm CJ from Charlotte, North Carolina.
What up?
Yeah!
Charlotte in the house.
And my question is for a couple of the Power Rangers and now the writer.
Absolutely not. Which one of your questions is for one of the Rangers there, buddy?
Well, there's a couple of responses to this, which is how do you feel your character represented your demographic on the show?
Right, I love that. So who would you like specifically to answer that?
Zach?
Cool.
You know what? It's funny because I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Hey, right? From the D.
Detroit!
Right, so Detroit's a predominantly black city. And so when I got to California and I went to college, started studying musical theater in school, I was a rarity. I understood what minority meant because I was like, wow, there's nobody like me here. This is crazy. And so when I got on the Power Rangers and I booked the show and I was gonna be a superhero, and then I also was wearing the black costume, I was like, damn, I'm truly a representative of you know, I'm empowering here. It's like, so I felt really inspired because as far as I know, I'm the first black superhero on live action TV. And I wore a black suit. Hey! A lot of people try to take that and they go, well, is that prejudice? I'm like, well, is the Black Panther prejudice? I don't know. It's like, it doesn't
wait. Let's just hear that again. Black Panther's gotten a lot of love recently, okay? But this is, let him say it again, the first true black superhero live action for kids right there. My boy Walter Jones. Let's give him some mad love.
Thank you. That's my boy Danny. Yeah, so I feel very inspired. I feel very fortunate to have been able to open up, you know, some doors and allow people like that look like me to have a hero on TV that it was inspiring, and not only for people that look like me, but for everybody, for people around 40 countries around the world. So I'm very humbled and I'm very happy about that.
Beautiful. Amazing. Yeah, man. Go right ahead, brother.
Hello, Rangers.
Hello.
Because he just said it and stopped.
So, it's great to see all of you here. Tweet Trang would have been proud.
Amen. Yes, she would have been proud.
And my question is there anything...
Wait, who are you and where are you from?
My name is Will Burnick. I'm from San Francisco, California. My question is there anything you wanted them to do with your characters or felt they should have done with your characters? Something you would have wanted them to happen to your characters on the show?
Who would that be for specifically, brother?
Well, for Skull and the Rangers.
Here's the thing, and I don't want y'all to think that I'm being a dick. We really only have a certain amount of time, and you see that line? I want to make sure every person that had a question gets a chance to ask the Ranger their question. So I don't want to I want to make sure you guys get that. So I don't want to take up a time with everybody answering something. So who would you like to answer that question, buddy?
Well, how about advice? Well, let's start with Walter, Karen, and eventually.
Cool.
Walter's gonna handle it.
Go ahead, Walter.
Walter's got it. Get it, Walter.
You know, they did a lot of cool things with the character Zach. I think it would have been really cool for Zach to actually get to carry the leadership, like for a longer period of time. There were times where Jason had to step down, and I got to say it's morphin time, which I love saying that. But I wish that he got to prove himself as a leader more.
Yes.
You know, I'll jump in on this one too. Actually, my character, Rocky, he was like the oldest of like 6 siblings or whatever, and you know, and in a single family household. I wish they kind of would have showed more of that, you know, so because there are people that could relate to that, you know, and you know, those are issues that could have been, you know, talked about and things like that, because those are real life issues that people have. So I wish they would have done a little bit more with that.
Yeah.
You know, they always just showed Rocky as like, you know, where did I find the time to take care of my younger brothers and sisters and, you know, and teach at the juice bar and all that stuff like that? You know, I don't know. So anyway.
Solid.
Cool to, expand on that a little bit.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate that. It's a great question. I'm going to go to my man behind you now. Hey, man, I just said while we're doing it, I just said it. We're going to go to the next question, brother?
Good question.
Great question, man.
Yes.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
My name is Rodney. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana.
New Orleans!
Nolans.
It's really a pleasure to meet you all. I can die happy now. My question is for Karen. On the show, well, I know in real life you were a dancer. So is there a reason why they wouldn't let you bust more dance moves as Aisha?
You know what? I don't know. It just was never, it was just never written in. I think, but for me also, I wanted Aisha to be different than Zach. And I think when they brought me first on, they kind of wanted me to do a lot of the same things that he did. And I just didn't think that was a good idea. You guys loved him. He paved the way. They opened the door. We needed to be totally separate characters. But yeah, I mean, I think they could have infused it in a little bit more later down the line, but I have no idea. Like,
But
I think
she is a phenomenal dancer, by the way. Her audition, I watched her audition, and I was like, wow, it's spot on.
That was probably the coolest part about auditioning, was that at one point they put me, Johnny, and Steve together, and we actually got to see. We auditioned in front of each other, so I got to see what they were doing, and we were. I mean, it was like, we were like, it's our job to lose. We went for it. And I mean, these guys were flipping through the air, and I was rolling around on the ground. I mean, we just left it all out. So we were going to get those jobs or else.
And Karen, I'm still crushing, by the way.
Yeah!
There it is.
Thank you, my love. Thank you.
Yeah. Got to shoot that shot, baby. Never know what can happen. How you doing, man? What's your name? Where you from?
My name's Brian. I'm from Sylmar, California.
Sylmar?
And my question is actually to Catherine. What was it like not only taking over from Amy Jo as the new Pink Ranger, but what was it like knowing that you were going to inspire pretty much a nation of children to be more empowered with themselves, not only just from Kimberly to you, but also from Mighty Morphin to Zeo and then to Turbo.
Yeah, well, I auditioned in Australia because these guys had done the movie there. So I think it had only just started airing in Australia when I got the show. So I watched an episode. I had no idea what it was. I'm like, what the hell have I just signed on to? I didn't get it. I actually didn't get it until you guys explained it to me at conventions. I was like, now I get the Megazord. I understand how it works. But anyway, so when I came on the show, I didn't really know how big it was and how successful it was. I didn't really know anyone was popular or anything like that until the premiere of the movie, and they were like rock stars. And I went, oh, wow, I have a lot to live up to here. So I had big shoes to fill with Kimberly, but I think they did a really good job of making us very, very different from each other, which helped. And yeah, just being a part of this legacy is a huge gift. We didn't know that 25 years later we'd be here with you guys. So it's really your loyalty that's kept the show alive. Nice. So thank you.
Congratulations to you.
Yes, it's a huge honor. Thank you.
Yeah, solid question, man. That accent didn't hurt either, so that's definitely good.
Hi. Hi, I'm Brendan, and I'm from Amelia, Ohio.
Ohio!
And my question is for Walter. Where do you think Zach the Black Ranger would be today? Like, what would he be up to today?
Solid question, fam.
You know, I think Zach was always inspired by helping people. He was one of those. He's one of those characters that wanted to stand up for anybody that was being oppressed in any way. So I'm sure it'd be helping people in some way, maybe traveling the world and being some kind of an ambassador of some sort, you know, helping to help people that are in need.
I think
That
you
is a
moved
good
you moved
answer.
To Wakanda.
Yeah.
You moved to Wakanda to help Black Panther.
Thank you so much, buddy. So, Jackie, I have a question for you, Jackie.
Yeah.
So now when it comes to the writing, writing Power Rangers, what was that like as a job as you accepted it? Because Power Rangers at that time was nothing that was ever even done on American television.
Yeah, it has a lot of challenges because you have to take a pre-existing show and put that into a new show. But once you learn how to do that, it's just constructing stories that you know, we have always had amazing actors and production, so it's just a joy to create a story and see it unfold, especially when you have great actors that can, like we were saying, with all these characters, the actors bring a lot to the characters, so it's a pleasure to write for them. So it's tricky, and when you explain it to other writers, they're like, you do what? You take a show, you put it in a show? But I loved it, you know. I'm proud to be a part of it.
Solid.
Nice.
So,
oh snap!
Ladies and gentlemen,
It's Broken Skull
and Skull.
Jason Norby, Paul Schreier, make some noise!
My acting coaches right here. My acting coaches right here, ladies and gentlemen.
He's such a giver.
This is about as this is about as tardy as they would be to set on a regular basis too. So,
ladies and gentlemen,
The party
this is what
just
I'm doing. There's a kid right next to the Blue Ranger. Am I right? Raise your hand, kid. You are our final question. I want to make sure that I speed through everybody. We want to make sure we get you guys' question ins. Blue, it's up to you. What's your name? Where you from, baby?
My name is Dwayne. I'm from Maryland.
Maryland!
All right. This question is for Steve. Since you were one of the martial artists.
There ain't no telling what they're doing over there.
They just being Broken Skull, man.
Okay,
Go ahead,
got it.
baby.
All right, so Steve, since you were one of the martial artists on the show. Oh, okay. Were there any episodes that you got to choreograph your own fight scenes?
Yeah, just about every episode, actually. All these guys were really, really good about letting me like come up with stuff on my own if I wanted. So yeah, that was actually really cool. But there were days when I was like, you know, they had certain things they wanted us to do, like certain kind of wire gags or, you know, things like that. And then those they would have planned. But other than that, you know, we got to choreograph a lot of our own fight scenes, which was probably my favorite part of doing Power Rangers was getting to do those fight scenes every week.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just to add to that, like as the stunt team, we were really fortunate to have some amazing talents come through in the way of the actors, and it was such a pleasure to choreograph fights with them and for them, and then having them contribute what they all felt like they wanted to do. Walter would do fights his own way, Steve, Johnny, Jason, all of them, and some phenomenal talents in the cast.
Just to add to that.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I'll just say, like someone like me, I wasn't a martial artist. I was a dancer. So for me, it was like, oh my gosh, this is a whole new world. But these guys were awesome. Like they would literally work with you and they would make you look better. Like I had never been in a karate class a day in my life. All I could do was learn choreography. But what they would do is they would really relate it to what I knew how to do, which was learn the choreography. And it would just be awesome. It would be so awesome. Yeah, these guys are the real heroes. Real heroes.
These are the ones that made us look way better than we actually are.
They were our stunt doubles. They were the putties. They were the monsters. Every day they would be working, sweating, and we would
disgusting costumes.
Yes.
Talk about stinky costumes.
Yeah, these guys are the ones, make no mistake, that did all the real hard work. Right
I'm surprised. Yeah, I'm surprised you guys are healthy and happy. Like those costumes are pretty rank.
Just a living
one.
We didn't catch anything that would kill us then. We're good now. So.
I was going to say, give a big shout out to Koichi and his stunt team.
Yes, yes.
Amazing.
Yeah, the stunt team was definitely amazing from day one. When we first started, it was like we couldn't have made it happen without those guys. I mean, there were times where they took kicks, mistakes, because we were rushed. We didn't have a lot of time.
I'm sorry.
So it was like there was half hour to set up the shot, and we set up the fight, and then we shoot it, and they kept mistakes, but sometimes the stunt guys pay for it.
Yes, I'm
But
sorry.
they made us look really
I
good.
apologize if I've never apologized.
I'm still angry at you for a couple of them, Karen.
Solid. Thank you for that question, man. What's your name, buddy? Where you from?
My name's Ramsey. I'm from Hemet, California.
Kelly!
And my question is for Scott. When you started the Power Ranger project, did you ever imagine that this would come of it?
You're a good person to ask that question.
I mean, 25 years is a huge milestone for a TV show to have active content.
Amen.
We never thought it would make it on the air, let alone that this would do. We actually had the first guy who was doing the editing, Terry, said he'd eat his hat if it made it on the air because we thought it was just no chance. And he definitely took a big bite out of his hat when it all of a sudden is the biggest show in the history of children's television. And then I told the story earlier, but with one of the legendary voiceover guys out there named Michael Forrest, he told me, he was on a big episode of Star Trek, and he told me when he was doing a voice for one of the monsters for me that, because you're not going to believe this, but 20 years from now, this show is going to be huge. You're going to be doing these big conventions. These guys are going to make more money on the conventions than they made in the show. And I said, you're out of your mind. And sure enough, here we go.
What, he really said that?
That's crazy. He's a prophet.
Solid. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
What's your name, man? Where you from? Oh, Alejandro. First of all,
what's up, CT?
Ladies and gentlemen, I need to. This young man, I met him at the last Power Morphicon, and he was the coolest kid in the world. And I was like, yo, man, you're so cool. He was like, yo, man, you a Power Ranger fan? You're 30. I'm like, hey, shut up. And
But shout out to everyone here. Aren't we all nerds and aren't we proud of it?
Yes.
Because that's what really matters up in here. Anyways, my name is Sean. I'm from San Jose, California.
San Jose!
And my question's for Steve. I'm pretty sure on this panel you wore the most outfits, I think.
No, me.
Were you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you wore Turbo. That's right.
Tell him, girl.
All
Tell
right,
him.
sorry. I'm gonna have to change it to Catherine then. You've been jumping in, so if you want to jump in, you can. Out of all the uniforms that you wore, if you were, well, you're already coming back, but if you came back another time, what uniform would you wear? And that includes Ninjetti, actually.
Does it have to be pink?
No rules. Go for it. No
I like.
rules.
I like the Mystic Force with the cape. I want a cape. I like that.
Wait,
No capes, darling. No capes.
But you said it.
No capes, darling. No capes.
But would you still be the Pink Ranger, or would you be a different Ranger?
I want to be the leader.
You'd be
Whatever
the Red
color
Ranger?
it was.
Yeah.
We need an all-girl team.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's what's up.
Future is female.
Future is
All right,
female.
thank you guys.
My man. Green Ranger
Me
was
too.
cracking. What's your name? What's your question?
My name is Alex, and I'm from Washington State.
Washington!
And my question for Catherine, what's your favorite episode and what's your favorite season from Power Rangers?
He tried to be slick, but I'm going to let it slide.
It's like
Pick your
Sophie's
baby.
choice.
Pick your baby.
I think
this week, which one is it?
Mighty Morphin, because that's the panel I'm in. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love them all for different reasons. I think I liked the Zeo suit the best, the look of the Zeo suit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same.
I love it.
Yeah.
Solid.
Did I miss any part of that question?
Also, what's your favorite part with Jason David Frank?
Hey, man.
What? My what did he say?
Nah.
Whoa.
No, man.
What's her favorite part of Jason David Frank? What
Oh,
kind of panel
wow.
is this? What are you asking?
Turning to Power Rangers After Dark.
His baby toe.
I can't. This is a PG rated.
Just say his smile. His smile.
Definitely not that.
This is uncomfortable, man.
I'll say his hair when it was long.
Polly, what's your favorite part of Jason David Frank?
Polly, that's a better question for him.
Got a good butt.
Because that means he's walking away.
Good answer. Good question.
What's up, man? What's your name? And what's your question?
Hi, it's really honored to meet you all. My name is Frank, and I'm from California.
California!
So basically, what I am, I'm like a gamer. Like I play video games. Like as you can see, I have a Nintendo 64 T-shirt. And my question is for Karen. Like I asked the same question to my man Walter at the booth. Like the question is, do you have your favorite video game that you ever played, like classic video game?
Oh yeah, Karen. Oh, my classic favorite video game. You know what? I'm OG. I go right back to Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Like that was the one. That was the one time I could play a game and actually compete. Like now, I can't. Like my hand and eye coordination don't work. So yeah, I go exactly.
Solid.
And for all you gamers out there, there's one episode I did of The Completionist where me and Gerard were playing the Power Ranger movie video game. So I was playing myself fighting and battling with The Completionist. If you guys ever check that out, it's pretty cool.
Super dope. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you all.
Appreciate it. Red Ranger, what's your question? What's your name or your secret identity, I should ask?
He's been working out. Look at them muscles.
Yeah. Hi.
Does somebody want to help him with the microphone? He's a baby.
There we go.
He's a baby.
Okay.
Y'all gonna sit
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm from New York.
New York!
And I have a question for all of you.
Absolutely not, Chris. Not gonna happen.
Of all the seasons of Power Rangers, which one was your favorite, but not the ones that you were in?
Oh!
Time Force! Time Force!
Mighty Morphin or nothing!
That was good.
See what you went and did, Chris.
Yeah. They made other episodes? What?
Yeah.
What? That was after Mighty Morphin?
I like Time Force.
Yeah, I was gonna say Time Force.
Ah,
Time Force.
Solid.
Yeah.
Thank you, Red. Appreciate you, man. Right behind
Trying
you.
to start trouble.
What's your name?
You got Walter all upset.
My name is Chris, and like I just said, I'm from New York.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Just off of two things. The creativity that he just walked away from the mic and walked right back. And the second thing is you just can't tell kids no. So with that, I'm going to do this for you, Chris. We got Steve's answer. Now I'm going to Danny for his. Go ahead, man. Give me your answer.
All right, I would have to say, oh God, I did all 10 years, so I get disqualified for the first 10 seasons. I don't have any.
And speaking of Time Force, there's Jason Font. He just walked by. See?
Karen?
My favorite outside of Mighty Morphin.
We got to do it quick before he come back.
Okay, sorry. I'll go Turbo or Zeo because my girls were in there. And
Nice.
Nakia. I love Nakia.
I haven't seen any of them except Time Force, and I love all of them, so I would say Time Force.
Nice.
I was gonna say, to me, it has to be season 1, even though I remember like laughing like Scott did, like what the what? Because it started this whole thing.
Yes.
Cool.
I was actually a big fan of Dino Charge. I thought they did a really good job with that. Plus, it was dinosaurs again. So.
I just had to go with Time Force as well. Yeah, that's fun. I like thinking like.
Solid. Now, remember, my end goal is that baby at the end. So please make all of these questions quick, concise, and to one person. How you doing, buddy? What's your name? What's your question?
Hey guys, I'm Matt. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Houston!
Okay. My question is, well, the last panel kind of answered it for two of you, but with all the team-ups that have been happening over the years, think any of you guys would show up for an anniversary?
Who's that for, brother?
Walter, I guess.
I would love to show up for an anniversary. They just got to pay me well.
Nice.
Now, the truth of the matter is the show has been non-union. I've been a union
Amen,
actor since
brother.
I left. And so I've been invited to come back for a couple of events, but it's a non-union show, and I can't go against the union. So If they fix that, I would love to come back and be part of the show again.
Nice.
I still got the moves. Let them know, y'all. Let them know. Hashtag Walter, bring Walter back.
The movie. You should be in the
Hashtag
second
bring
movie.
Zach back.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. I'll do you one better, Walter. Since this is the second time I heard you say that. So you know what I'm gonna do? I got a solution, brother. I'm all about solutions. I'm not about the problem. Here's the solution for you, brother. If you go back, whatever they pay you, since what you guys don't know about the union is, the union pays residuals. So when you get that first check, you get that same check maybe right after it airs, 6 months to a year. If you do that for whatever your price is, I will pay you that price for
Baller.
when
Baller
it re-airs.
alert.
After it re-airs, and within that year, I will give you what they paid you. But the change is, I got to see that check because I don't want you fabricating. Thank you so much, man.
He knows Saban.
How you doing, bud? And they were Hasbro, so Hasbro might change things around. Okay.
My name's Caston, and I'm from Texas.
Texas!
And this one goes out for Catherine. So what's the most embarrassing or funniest thing that happened on set?
Man, there was many. There was Jason Frank particularly was a huge practical joker. But something happened with Navi, but it wasn't funny to him. They were always messing with me, and they decided to move all my furniture from my dressing room out of my dressing room and into their dressing room. So every time I'd come off set, there would be something like it was gone, and then someone else's furniture, I think, was in my room.
All the furniture was in your room.
All the furniture was in my, yeah, so they were having a great time. And so I decided to put hair gel in Navi's boots. These new cowboy boots that I didn't know they were new, and he was not impressed with me.
For the record, what I did to Catherine was considered a gentle hazing. What she did was no less than character assassination of the foot. Right? Thank you.
He said, "You don't mess with a man's boots, Catherine."
Apologize, Catherine. Apologize.
Stir!
We need a public apology, Catherine.
Can you buy him some new cowboy boots when you pay Walter for the...
Now here's the thing. I don't want you. Yes, first I want to give them shout outs for making plates out of the microphones. Sir, what is your name? What is your question?
My name's Anthony, and I'm from Long Beach, California.
Long Beach?
And this is my first ever Morphicon. And this goes out to Catherine and the writers. Whatever happened to the Zeo powers before Turbo?
Yeah, Jackie.
The who what?
What happened, Jackie?
That's always the thing. Magic. I want to say magic and a wizard did it.
Right.
So.
Yeah, because
powers find a way. The
started
morphin grid is so powerful, they can regenerate the powers when needed.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, man. I love how Zeo Rangers could fight monsters but get in the water and it's a rep. All right.
Real quick, I'm sorry, I have to bug out to the circuit Power Ranger Time Force the panel, but I wanted to say Robert Axelrod, who did Lord Zed,
yes,
this thing, he's been injured and he was in a surgery and stuff like that, so he's having a rough go of it. My proceeds that I'm doing will go to him, but if you see these signs, please just stop and say, something encouraging and nice, and if you see that, just take your pen and be free to sign.
Also, guys, we have I think it's an GoFundMe for him.
Yeah.
Literally, he's still in the hospital. He's partially paralyzed. He's unable to use his voice. He's a voice actor. That is his bread and butter. If you have $1, if you've got whatever you have, please make a donation. We've already raised $10,000, but we're trying to get to 20. You guys know he's been in the hospital for almost 2 months. It's been a long time, so those bills are adding up, and we just want to help him, our Power Ranger family, and we've all donated personally. So please, if you can, please do that. I'll repost it on my fan pages so that you guys can get the link. But thank you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Thank you so much. All right. Also did not know that was a real bird on her shoulder. Okay. Hey, how you doing? What's your name? What's your question?
Hi, I'm Vanessa. I'm from Toronto.
Yeah!
My question's for Catherine. I remember there was like an episode where apparently you had an accident diving, and by the end of the episode you kind of faced your fear and got over that. What happened to that, by the way? All of a sudden you're a ballet dancer, and we never really go back to the diving.
Yeah,
thing,
that's
like,
just
ever.
when you become a Power Ranger, you just regenerate. Yeah, so it's an amazing gift.
Every week.
Yeah, it just happens.
And that's the part of the show that bothered you?
And she made her jacket, by the way. It's so cool.
It's so
Give us a little
beautiful.
turn.
Look at
Yes,
that.
beautiful.
Nice.
Ideas of what you can do with your denim jacket.
Yes.
Solid. Blue Ranger, what's up, man? What's your question?
My name is Mark, and I'm from Fairfield, California.
Fairfield?
And my question's for Walter. David Yost isn't here, so I wish he was here so I could ask him too.
Me too.
When you surrendered your powers to Goldar, for real, what was going through your head?
I never want to surrender. Like, you know what? I think when you read that in the script, and you're like, I got to do what? You know, it's not something you want to do as a ranger that's always been, stand strong and wants to do the right thing. It's not something you want to do. So it was written that way, but it's not something I wanted to do. If I could take it back, I would.
Nice.
Thank
you
you
so much, man. Here we go. The baby. What's your name? Where you from? And what's your question?
My name is Danica, and I'm from Napa, California.
Napa!
My question is for Walter. What was your favorite part on set?
Sorry, what was my favorite what?
Question on set.
My favorite part on set. My favorite part on the set was creating the hip hop keto and fighting the putties. That was a lot of fun because I got to do stuff I never thought I would do. Like it was super creative in the sense that as the episodes went by and I figured out what hip hop keto was going to be, it became more like a Jackie Chan style of stuff. It was like flipping over trees and flipping, like diving through chains and flipping over putties and jumping off stuff. And I was really challenged to do things I didn't know I could do. So that was the most entertaining part for me.
Very cool.
Solid.
Great question.
Thank you. Incredible question.
Yes.
Now, Power Rangers in space!
I don't have a question, but my name is Justin, and I'm from Oklahoma.
I
just wanted to say I love you all very much. Thank you.
We love you too.
Give it up for Justin Nemo!
What have you been drinking?
Very, very important, guys. This is a huge announcement. First of all, I need to say this to you guys. It's been 25 years. You see these legendary actors and producers on stage. What I need you guys to do is when you see them at their booths, come over, say what's up, and support them by buying something. Get a print, get one of their items, take them home with you,
Or
okay?
just come and say hello, too. That's
All right,
also
say
great.
hello. Hugs are free, but then prints are not. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Y'all have an amazing time.
Thank you guys, everybody. I got a photo op right now. If you are interested, I'm heading there right now.
Thank you for coming. If you got a photo op, we're going to the photo op
Oh yeah.
booth right
Also
now.
at 7 o'clock, I'll be back doing a panel. 7 o'clock panel.
You want me to call you in?
Everybody,
We're getting ready to do the morph. Rangers, this is Zordon. Rita is attacking Angel Grove. Teleport to the command center immediately.